Uh, just want to do my quick sound check, making sure we're live. Just give me a few minutes, and then we can get cracking. Just want to do my quick sound check, making sure we're live. Just give me a few minutes. Okay, so that confirms that we are live. If you are watching on the page, the link I sent you, please refresh your page. You're welcome to my weekly Traffic Monsoon Hangout. My name is Alison, keeping it real from Manchester. I hope your day has been good and your week is going well. Today, I might not be doing a lot of traffic monsoon training, but probably just want to touch on the recent events at Traffic Monsoon. I probably just want to be around for about half an hour, no, but probably less anyway. And then just give you my perspective on things about what's going on at Traffic Monsoon. People have been asking me what is going on, and I understand there's quite a few of you guys who have sponsors who unfortunately don't understand what is going on, what Traffic Monsoon is, and what is actually going on. Most times all they hear is hearsay from people. I have been an active member of Traffic Monsoon for the past 350 days. Yeah, I joined Traffic Monsoon on the 1st of March 2015, and I've been quite active since then. In fact, 100% active since then. And I'm a big believer of the Traffic Monsoon business model. And it took me only a couple of weeks to realize that this is not just a money-making game. It is a platform to build your online business. I can understand that quite a few people have been, Traffic Monsoon has been promoted as a money-making, as a money-making scheme. People go as far as calling an investment scheme. You can imagine what will happen if that is what people are led to believe, that it is an investment scheme. Traffic Monsoon is not an investment scheme. So if you're just joining us, it's Alison here. You're welcome. I'm just giving you a quick rundown on the events at Traffic Monsoon the last couple of months. Now, I also want to, just have a quick chat with you guys and let you know what I think of the recent events at Traffic Monsoon. So when I finish, I'm going to hang around for a few questions. I understand that this is quite a sensitive period, and emotions are running high. But I think if you understand things the way I understand them, then you might you might want to relax and know where this company is really going. Now, as some of you know already, Traffic Monsoon is a revenue sharing and advertisement platform. Okay, so what they do, they sell advertisements and then share a part of the profits with its members. Now, everything was going really well until sometime, I think it was in January. Traffic Monsoon has literally passed jumped through every hoop that has been put, in front of it by several regulatory authorities. Now, I think let me make a quick disclaimer here. Any opinion I express here is absolutely mine. It's completely mine. It's nothing official. It's just from somebody who I believe I understand the business very, very well. And that is why I'm doing so well with the business. And hopefully this will encourage you. If you are in Traffic Monsoon, I've been having quite a lot of, calls, people, happy. And I think it's all down to a lack of understanding of what is really going on. So this is what I'm trying to do here. Stick up for Traffic Monsoon, stick up for Charles, and tell you, my own experience of somebody who has been in Traffic Monsoon for nearly 1 year. So everything was going well. Let's just let you know now. In my view, people might be directing the anger at Charles. I think that is uncalled for. I know the gentleman. I've had the honor and pleasure of meeting this guy a couple of times in person. If you go on my Facebook profile, you might see one or two selfies with Charles. I've looked in this guy's eyes, and like I keep saying, this is my opinion. I see him as, a gentleman and somebody who really, really wants to make a difference in people's lives. And this is what people should understand about Charles. So all that is happening here today, I believe the guy, Charles, is doing his level best to, correct the situation now. How did this situation come about? Sometime in December, PayPal wanted to speak to Charles. And this was after months and months of, them examining his documents, them, testing his business model and giving him the clean bill of health all the time. This is no scam. This is a real business with products and services. In my last Traffic Monsoon Hangout, I actually I went through just a couple of the Traffic Monsoon products to show you the kind of sales they're making and why I think this business will be here for a very, very long time. So if you have any questions, I will try and take them at the end of the webinar. But, whatever opinion I express here is entirely my opinion. It's not official. It's just my view, my perspective on things, only because I have quite a lot of people coming around asking me about the same question all the time. So hopefully this video is going to be on YouTube and then hopefully help to answer some of the questions that people keep asking me repeatedly all the time, whether they are my team or not. I try and tend to everybody as much as possible. Okay. So they called Charles and then told him that they could no longer do business with him because they said we were growing too big, too fast, too quickly. I mean, that is just ridiculous. How can you say a business is growing too fast, too quickly, and then you are not going to do business with them anymore? So Charles asked them for proof. Now, all this information I'm giving you, they're all on YouTube. Charles has made several videos. So Charles asked them for documented proof because they know people will doubt it. So he has shown us the letters. Is there on Facebook? But it was even PayPal that actually asked him to remove those documents from Facebook because people were now ringing PayPal wanting to check the authenticity of that document. So having said that, I mean, I believe Charles has been very, very sincere in all of this, because if Charles wasn't sincere, how come he's built up so much money in PayPal as reserve? Okay. So now the way Traffic Monsoon was operating was they have sales on daily basis, and this is what we share in our profit share. So based on revenue, Traffic Monsoon can pay you up to $1 per pack per day. I have several videos to tell you how all that works. Now, there are days when sales are not as much as it should be to pay $1 per pack per day. Now, what Traffic Monsoon does, Traffic Monsoon tends to dip, Traffic Monsoon tends to dip into its reserves, okay, to pay. Now, that money in reserve is from sales of services. Now, it's not all Traffic Monsoon members. It's not all advertisers that are buying ad pack for profit sharing sake, okay? We have other customers who are just buying advertisement on the platform because they know there are millions of members who are going to look at the advertisement. So Traffic Monsoon has managed to build up, a huge reserve, and this is where I think people should focus on the sincerity of Charles as an individual. Okay, if you get to know this man, you will know this guy has planned this thing very, very well, and he was building Traffic Monsoon. He's building it to be like fail proof, basically. He's a passionate guy about internet marketing. He's passionate about his business. He's passionate about helping people, and he's passionate about his members. He wants to make a difference. So that is why he managed to build up so much money. Now, at the last information we had, we're talking about $62 million. I mean, this is cash. $62 million we have in PayPal. Okay, so he has built that money. I remember the very first time we had a leaders meeting somewhere in Manchester. When he first showed us this, his back office, it was like £1 million, £1 million plus pounds. And this was in, I think it was April last year when they invited us for a meeting. And then the next meeting I attended with Charles, where he showed us the account, was in December last year, December 13th last year in Birmingham. The reserves had grown up to 39 million, something like that. All this weren't meant to be public information, but I'm just trying to tell you that, this guy has actually built in, a system where, the business will not fail. At that time, it was like, listen, if everybody panics and they decide to pay everybody out, he will pay everybody out, no problem, and then, he goes to sleep. That was always his plan. But, so that was why he was building up the reserves. And as we speak, we're talking, $62 million in PayPal. Now, how come PayPal has that money with them? PayPal has, to my understanding, what I'm telling you is my understanding. It's nothing official. It's my understanding as an active member of Traffic Monsoon. Now, PayPal has a 180-day buyer protection policy. That's what they call it, buyer protection policy. So they hold the money for 180 days in case there is chargebacks or there is a dispute or something. But to Traffic Monsoon's credit, I think there was very, very, very low incident of petitions or disputes and stuff. And this is what PayPal has always commended Traffic Monsoon on. So for PayPal to just wake up and say, they're not doing business with us anymore, that's for reasons best known to them. But what should give us comfort is that we know that money is there in PayPal. Okay. So going forward from here, they have now introduced, Payza has always been there. Okay. So what I would say is, because now I think there was a message that came out today saying that I've not really read it, to perfectly honest with you. I've not really understood the message fully, but it appears that every transaction, I don't want to misquote it. If you go on some of our Facebook groups, you will see, but I think there's now a cutoff point around February. Okay, I think all the transactions, they don't want to, every pending transaction with that, that's linked to PayPal money, I think it's now, they put all as pending. All the old transactions that has to do with PayPal money, they put it as pending when PayPal releases the funds. Now, PayPal will release these funds. It depends on when they are going to release it. Now, like I said, they have a 180-day policy, which is 6 months. But I think the negotiations are ongoing, where they might release, some of the money, every 30 days. Now, when that 30 days starts, we don't know. Okay, and I know Charles is doing his level best to make sure this situation is reserved. Now, many of you will not agree. They will have a different view. You are entitled to your own view. You're entitled to your own sentiments, and I respect that and I appreciate that. But I'm just trying to say that Charles is doing the very best that he can to walk, to make sure he walks around this. He is very, very determined to pay people. Okay, and this is what I want people to understand and be patient with. So where what was next thing I wanted to touch on? So moving forward, there will be there is Payza on the platform. There is also STP on the platform, and we also know that there are plans to get a new payment processor. Now, Traffic Monsoon has always planned to step away from PayPal, but I don't know if it's that PayPal got wind of that and then started behaving funny. I don't know. But they have always planned to move away from PayPal because PayPal has been quite restricted to the business. There are many countries where PayPal won't allow people, move money up and down. Their own legitimate money, PayPal has restrictions. So this has also been Traffic Monsoon's restrictions as well. So moving away from PayPal would help us to be able to move into markets. And then also, more importantly, there are lots of companies who now know that we have millions of members. And let me give you why I believe so much in this business model of Traffic Monsoon. Now, if you want to compare, if you want to draw parallels or draw analogies, now don't worry, I'll get to your questions. I'm not seeing them just now, but if you start asking me questions, I will. Let me refresh that page. That's my monitor there. I will refresh that page, okay, and answer your questions, okay. Nothing is coming just yet. Okay, so I'll be around for some questions later. Now, why do I believe so much in this model? If you are just joining us, I think we're having about a record attendance today. Thank you very much all for coming in. My name is Alison, a pharmacist in Manchester. A big Traffic Monsoon member. I'm a Traffic Monsoon leader. Just giving you my insight about what is going on in Traffic Monsoon at the moment and why I think that this business model will be here to stay. So I'm hoping that by the time we finish today, by the time we finish this little meeting today, you will be, your mind will be at peace, and you know that this business is here to stay for good. I might not be your sponsor, but if I have to worry only about a couple hundred people, Charles has to worry about millions of people, and he's very, very determined to make sure that everybody is paid. Okay. So Gareth, my main man, has just put something on. I'll have a look at that video. Gareth, I just posted the video. Thanks, Gareth. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll have a look later. Thank you very much. Right. So I was trying to explain to you why I believe in this business model. Okay. Why I believe so much in the model. Now, Charles's vision is that one day the traffic exchange like Traffic Monsoon will become mainstream, where people will come and view advertisements. Okay. Now everybody is moving online. Okay. Everything is moving online. So a place where people can stay and view advertisements and earn some money, I think that is going to be a reality. Now, let me tell you why I think I believe Charles so much. Now, when I first met Charles wanted Traffic Monsoon to be like Neobox and ClickSense. In a couple of months, he overtook those guys. Now, his vision has always been for Traffic Monsoon to become mainstream, where people can view adverts. Now, what is the value in that? Google gives us search engines. We all love it. Okay, everybody flocks there to go and do searches. Everybody loves that. Okay, they sell advertisements and make money. YouTube, you're probably watching this on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. I have over 200 subscribers now on my YouTube channel. People go there for education, for information, and for entertainment. People flock to YouTube. YouTube sells advertisements. They're making billions a year. Facebook, everybody loves Facebook. Okay, it connects me with people I never thought I would, ever reconnect with in my life. Okay, Facebook sells advertisement. Even I am a customer of Facebook. I'm a Facebook customer. I buy advertisements on Facebook to promote even Traffic Monsoon and some other businesses. Now, this is something else I will need to come to later. What you should actually do with with a traffic exchange. It's not just a money game. So coming back to my analogies, I've mentioned to you, I've mentioned Facebook, I've mentioned YouTube, I've mentioned Google. Now, Traffic Monsoon, what does Traffic Monsoon give its members? Money. That is a financial inducement to be a member of the platform, okay? And then watch advertisements. So everybody wants to make extra money, okay? Just the way everybody wants to search, everybody wants to connect with people, everybody wants to, learn something on YouTube. That is how Traffic Monsoon gives money. Everybody wants, some extra money. That is what Traffic Monsoon is all about, okay? So you view advertisements, okay? You get paid, right? So that is the value. That is the value of the service, okay? Now, again, I think it is time people begin to, this has even given me a better understanding of the business model. Now, what do you do with a traffic exchange? What do you do with a revenue share program? Okay, we have seen revenue share programs. I have in this last 1 year, I have seen a few come and go. I've seen a few come and go. So whatever is happening today, okay, it is nothing that Charles has designed to happen. Instead, he has actually done a lot of work to ensure that we survive stuff like this. Now, nobody would have imagined that one day PayPal is going to get up and say, we're not doing business with you anymore. Okay. Now, the whole plan was to build up reserves in PayPal so that this was why PayPal was able to do instant payments. So if you're wondering how PayPal was able to do instant payments, okay, as easily as it was, listen, I've got a video on my website where I was showing people how to withdraw money from Traffic Monsoon. It takes 5 seconds. This was because of the millions of dollars which PayPal has in reserve. So all that money we are, circulating inside of Traffic Monsoon is all backed up by real physical cash. So who would have imagined that PayPal would one day turn their back and say, we're not doing business with you anymore because we are growing too big too fast? That's just ridiculous. But again, that's PayPal, that's a business, and I just wish them all the best. I know that, when success turns your head, you tend to face failure. Okay. So let me just quickly tell you what I have been doing with Traffic Monsoon. Okay. Now yes, initially when I first got into Traffic Monsoon, it was just the whole ad pack thing. Okay, just the whole ad pack thing. But the advice I would have for you The advice I will have for you in the future, if we all are in Traffic Monsoon to make some extra income, okay, and some of us have high hopes of hopefully one day being able to do this full time. That's all we hear about. That's the hype about, financial freedom, time freedom, having time with friends and family. It is possible with Traffic Monsoon, but there is a method to the madness. There is a way you can actually achieve that objective, right? Now, if you want to do this long term, you need to insulate yourself from stuff like this, okay? You have to insulate yourself. Now, the way you do it is to use your rev share money to build other businesses. Use your rev share money to build other businesses. I mean, God forbid, if Traffic Monsoon was to shut today, God forbid, if that was a worst case scenario and it was to shut today, I'll walk away a happy man. Why? Because I've been able to build an email list with the profits I made from Traffic Monsoon. I was able to build an email list of about 6,000 subscribers, but I had to remove about 2,000 about a week ago because they're not reading my emails. It's fair, people can get bored, people opting for opting-in's sake, and they're just not reading my emails. Okay, so I had to chuck them out of my list because keeping them on my list cost me money. Okay, so now when you do any online business, never forget that you are in a lead generation business. Okay, so you use a portion of your rev share money to buy traffic to build your list. That is one big advantage of having a traffic exchange revenue sharing program like Traffic Monsoon. It will be your refillable source of advertisement fund because everything online is about traffic. You need traffic to your businesses, okay? So in the process of building traffic, you advertise your business. If you stop advertising your business, you are gone. So Traffic Monsoon is not just a revenue game. It's not just Traffic Monsoon is not an investment scheme. In fact, if you go to the terms of service, go and check 5D in their terms of service. It spells it out very, very clearly. You are being paid as a member of an advertising platform. It's not an investment site. Okay, so let me just round up. I'm getting up to 25 minutes now. I don't want to be here for too long. So I'm hoping that this has been of value to you. If you have any questions, I will just refresh this page, and then I'll go on that page and begin to take your questions if you have any. If you have not, I'm going to have to. Oh, that is a video just released by Charles Gareth was sharing there. So I'm sure there should be something now which I'll probably want to log off to go and watch Charles's new video. So guys, that is what I have for you for today. I don't see any need to panic. This situation, as far as in my opinion, I think is well and truly under control. Charles has been doing his best to steer this ship properly and to navigate the circumstances that he's been put in by PayPal. I remember in April, let me just share this story with you before I go. I remember in April, there was a colleague of mine, like I said, I'm a pharmacist in Manchester. There's a colleague of mine who I introduced Traffic Monsoon to. He was so excited about the opportunity. That same evening, he signed up, did a couple of cash links, and then talked to one of his mates. And the reply he got was that Charles was a serious scammer. He was this, he was that, but he sent me all that email, okay? And I went and did my own research. And what I found was I dug deep, okay? I'm not somebody who takes everything hook, line, and sinker, okay? I dug deep. And what I found and thought to myself was, listen, this is not a serious scammer. This is a man who is very determined to learn from what's happened before and then move forward. A man that was very determined to succeed. That is the man I see in Charles Scoville. It's a man who has taken all the lessons he has learned. This is the same thing he had before, the same issue he had before with payment processors. But people just write on the internet and write all sorts of rubbish, on the internet, okay? When they don't even know the guy. In fact, let me even say something I keep saying. Most of these guys, right, who write all those rubbish online, who write all those reviews online, I mean, let us even ask ourselves a question. These guys are not even in Traffic Monsoon. They don't even know what the back office looks like. So how could they possibly, I will say this again, how could they possibly comment on Traffic Monsoon? Now, all they do with their dirty marketing is to just turn around, tell you this is a scam, and then recommend their own business. They forget that people, I mean, they know that people are so gullible, and then people just follow everything hook, line, and sinker. So if you're in Traffic Monsoon, I would say be patient. You know, join Facebook groups. There are lots of Facebook groups online that will accept you. Look out for information and not just be reading, you know, rubbish from so-called experts who haven't got a clue what Traffic Monsoon is all about. Okay. So hopefully I will do some more training next week. I didn't want to do anything training today. I just wanted to, you know, explain things to you from my own perspective. Again, the opinions I've expressed here are completely mine, from somebody who's been in Traffic Monsoon for the past, 350 days now, getting up to a year I've been in Traffic Monsoon. So I thank you very much for your time. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate the fact that you've come to spend half an hour with me here of your time. I'm really grateful for that, and I hope you've picked up one or two things. If there's other, you know, questions you might have, you know, I'll be happy to answer them. Like I said, I'm going to stay back now and then answer some questions and then let you get on with your evening. So next week, we're back to normal. It's going to be business as usual next week, where I'm going to do, you know, my Traffic Monsoon, you know, we, you know, walk you around Traffic Monsoon, walk you around the back office, show you what Traffic Monsoon can do, you know, just explain Traffic Monsoon the way I understand it and the way I'm, you know, doing so well with Traffic Monsoon at the moment. So hopefully you have a better understanding of the business model. These webinars are free of charge. They're usually for my team members who are joining me every week, who probably just seen our presentation and want to know more about Traffic Monsoon business. That will be 9 p.m. every 9 p.m. every Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time, okay? If you miss a live recording, don't worry. This video will always be on YouTube for you to, you know, watch at the time that suits you, okay? So once again, it's Alison here from Manchester, keeping it real and telling you, you know, there's nothing much to worry about. This is just a transition phase. And I tell you what, by the time we finish this transition phase, Traffic Monsoon is going to be bigger and better. Okay, so God bless you, and hopefully see you again next week. So I'm going to hang around for a couple of minutes. I'm going to end this live broadcast, hang around for a couple of minutes, and then take some of your questions. Okay, have a pleasant week, and once again, God bless you.